Hi, this is a video response to philos71's 5 questions every intelligent atheist must answer. Just because I've got a few minutes to kill and I love to address ignorant nonsense wherever I find it. So, question 1 is a load of waffle, to be honest, and it doesn't pass correctly in any language I'm aware of, but I think it equates to is it possible for chance to explain the diversity of life? Well, this is the first demonstration of your complete and utter ignorance of what science actually postulates. Science doesn't postulate chance. It postulates well-defined and testable natural mechanisms, and everywhere we look, every single principle we've ever elucidated has demonstrated that well-defined and testable natural mechanisms are responsible. There is no chance. Chance doesn't come into it. And certainly, while scientists postulate certain randomness in evolution by way of mutations that occur in the genome, random in this sense has nothing to do with chance. It doesn't mean chance, it doesn't mean uncaused. What it actually means is that these mutations are statistically independent. See, the thing is that the mutation of the genome is a stochastic system, which is to say that it depends on initial conditions plus one or more random variables. Well, the random in this sense again is statistically independent, which means that any given mutation is as likely, probabilistically speaking, to occur as any other mutation. Moving on to question 2, why is there something rather than nothing? Well, I think that Frank Wilczek answered this question quite nicely. It's clear from the uncertainty principle of quantum mechanics that nothing is actually a completely invalid concept. If there were nothing, that would be more remarkable than the fact that there's something. Frankly, the uncertainty principle doesn't allow nothing. It's not allowed. This is why I cite, when asked the question, what would you accept as evidence for God? I say nothing, because it would actually take a supernatural entity or a supernatural principle for there to actually be nothing, because it's impossible. It literally is not possible, due to one of the most well-founded principles in science, and one which the computer which you use to spew your ignorant drivel all over the internet actually relies on, in the form of quantum tunnelling. Question 3. Where do I get my morals from? Well, I get them from the same place you do, not from your magic man, because such a concept is ridiculous. Morality is that which allows us to function as social animals, and our morality comes from that principle. The simple fact is that those organisms that live in social structures that don't have morality don't survive to pass their genes on to the next generation, generally speaking, or at least they're much less likely to. Cooperation makes us strong and allows us to proceed, and our society is a result of that. I have a question for you if you're willing to answer it. It's my favourite question and I've never had a good answer to it as yet. So, if you would please, if you believe that you get your morals from your God, then you should be able to answer this question fairly straightforward. It's not a difficult question. If your God, or if you believed your God, commanded you to do something that you found morally reprehensible, such as, for instance, to kill a child, or to commit genocide on a nation, or to force a rape victim to marry her attacker, would you do it? Very simple question. It's a yes or no. Closed question, in other words. Although you're welcome to provide any justification for the answer that you feel like providing. Question 4. How did morals evolve? With some waffle about the goal of evolution. Well, that's pretty ridiculous and just demonstrates your abject ignorance of what evolution's all about. Evolution doesn't have a goal, it's a process, and there is no goal in mind, or there's certainly not one that we can demonstrate. And in actual fact, in order for there to be a goal, it would take the existence of a celestial peeping Tom such as yours, since no evidence exists to support the idea of this celestial peeping Tom. I think we can safely discard it. As for how morals evolved, well, I think I've already answered that one in question 3. We're social animals, and morality is that which allows us to function as social animals. Fairly straightforward, not difficult, and I think that about covers it. Question 5. Can nature generate complex organisms where previously there were none? Well, this is a very simple one to answer, isn't it? Look in the mirror, it did. And we have the evidence to demonstrate that it did. Go and look at the evidence from genetics, from all sorts of molecular biology, from the fossil record, from pretty much everywhere we look. We can see that nature did that very thing. And I think that just about covers it. I'll look forward to your response to my question when you feel like you're ready to answer it. Take your time, because nobody's ever answered this question satisfactorily without demonstrating that they were either completely immoral, or that their morals were of a higher standard than the magic man they look to defend. I'll look forward to it. Thanks for listening.